Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dawn, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Oh, listen, Steve Harvey. Why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey. Get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. Come with me, help me say. Turn your radio on. You gotta. Turn it on, yeah. Turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. I know y'all can get it on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them out. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Man, got a radio show. Real glad about it too. You know, I hope that God always keeps me in the frame of mind to try to be sharing and try to be motivational and uplifting, even when it's not felt or wanted by some people. I have people around me who seem to not benefit at all for anything, and I can sit with them and talk to them or take meetings with them to try to encourage them, and for whatever reason, you know, they want to just keep going the way they're going. When you run into people like that, you have to pray for them. You have to just hope that one day that they release the chains on their mind and open up your mind to a new way of thinking. A couple of things I wanted to go over with you. I want you to all today, in terms of motivation, I want you to be aware of statements or old sayings that have been created that you hear over the course of time, and you may be applying them to your life, and I want you to be careful of some of them. Because some of these old sayings, man, are not designed for people who are dreamers, are not designed for people who have any aspirations of being extraordinary. These are not designs or sayings that people who want to be extremely successful at anything or have high aspirations to put these sayings into your life. Let me give you an example. Statistics say. That's it. That's the one I want you to be careful about. Statistics say. Be very careful of stats. When a person says, you know, statistics say 1 out of every, what? See, listen to me. These are things that sound like they're good, sound, solid advice, but they're setting you up for failure. And you can't adhere yourself to a lot of these sayings that's been passed down from generations, and it's not scripture. It ain't in the scripture nowhere that statistics say. It's just some people. And a lot of people who have lost have come up with these sayings to justify why they keep losing or why they lost. When I was first got started in the business, there were more stand-ups around now than it is today, because the comedy boom in 84, 85 was it was gaining a lot of momentum. It was comedy clubs, comedy nights everywhere. The statistic that a guy told me, I told him I wanted to be on the Johnny Carson show, the Tonight Show. The guy said 1 out of every 2,000 comedians ever make it to the Tonight Show. Okay. Now, when he told us that, some of the comedians in the room went, well, wow, man, that's rough. Because a guy had also said that there was approximately 6,000 comedians in the country at that time. I don't know if it was true. I'm just telling you, guy was out there spewing numbers. I have no idea how many it was. But he said 1 in every 2,000 will make it to the Tonight Show. And he let the air out of everybody in the room but me. So every night before I went on stage, I used to do this right here. Ba-da-ba-ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-ba-ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da. That was the Tonight theme song. Now, I was young, opening act, nowhere near Hollywood. I was in Cleveland telling jokes at one-nighters, but that was my thing. Because I was bent and determined that if it's 1 in 2,000, okay, why don't I just be the one? Be careful when people say statistics say, because they are set up for failure if you're going to adhere to them. See, that 1 in so many people win the lottery. But if you don't play the lottery, you ain't going to be the one to hit. Now, when the dude hit, you go, wow, he was lucky. But he played. Here's another one. Maybe it's not meant to be. All right, let's go one step further. I guess it wasn't the Lord's will. Don't you dare blame God for something you may have not done yourself. Because you didn't get the proper education, because you didn't do the things you were supposed to do, because you didn't stay to the task, because you quit, turned around and went the other way. Now, maybe it wasn't the Lord's will. These are all statements that sound like sound advice, but they ain't all the time got nothing to do with you. Stop letting these old fogey sayings get in your way of what can happen in your life. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Why? Who came up with this? Who came up with this? If you don't pour all your efforts into one thing, how are you going to be great at that one thing? If Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird had not played basketball sun up to sundown, these is guys that put all their eggs in one basket. See, what's cool with putting all your eggs in one basket is you now can maximize your effort and laser beam what you're doing. If your basket is made out of faith, hope, hard work, and belief, then guess what? That's a good basket. I'm dumping all mine in it. Because ever since I was a young dude, I've been telling jokes. One thing only. Even when it got ugly and I was living in a car, I never quit telling them jokes, man. I just kept believing that them jokes was going to pay me one day. And I'd be doggone if it didn't. I ain't take no time off, go work at the Walmart, get me a job, go back to Ford and beg for my job back. Hey, man, put all your eggs in a basket. Just make sure that your basket is made up of faith, hope, belief, hard work. Your basket woven by God, what you tripping for? And then here's another one. Let me throw this one at you. Always have a plan B. Why do you have a plan B? Listen to me. In order to have a plan B, you have to stop working on plan A to formulate plan B. In order to have plan B to fall back on, you now have to stop your time working on plan A to apply some effort to have a plan B. So in case plan A don't work, you can fall back on plan B. Really? Who told you that? You're defeating yourself. Where is your faith? Where is your belief? At one point in time, you got to believe that God can do what he say he gonna do, because he done it for others. He'll most certainly do it for you. Be careful of these sayings that's out here that's aligned by losers and people to justify why they are not succeeding. Don't apply this stuff to your life and it ain't got nothing to do with you. You're gonna mess yourself up. Get your plan A, make it work. If it don't ever come to pass, get another plan A. All right? Okay.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me have it again today, your undivided attention, because it's about to go down. Steve Harvey Morning Show is on your radio. Steve Harvey got a radio show, man, for real. Yeah. Good morning, Shirley.
Good morning, Steve.
Jump right over to Junior.
Morning, Unc. I'm here.
Head right on over to J. Anthony Brown.
Good morning, Steve Harvey. Glad to be here. Watch out there now.
Well, the fool ain't here and she ain't here, so here we is.
Yeah, Carl and Tommy are out today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Got a lot going on today.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
What's
today is
going
my
on?
anniversary, actually.
Happy anniversary.
Congratulations, man.
Your wedding anniversary? That's
Yeah.
awesome, Steve.
Oh,
Happy
okay,
anniversary.
Unc.
How many years
All
now?
right.
12?
13.
13.
13 years.
Wow.
Man, I'm so proud of you. Altogether, I've never done 13. Damn. I'm living my life through you, man.
All together, Jay?
Altogether, I've never strung out a whole man, you are my hero.
Black love, baby. Black love. All right.
Yeah, and Jay, I'm going to tell you, man, this it. I ain't doing this no more.
Well,
this it.
What's the secret, Steve? What's the
Yeah.
secret? 12 years.
For me,
Or 13. What's the secret? Yeah.
I finally found someone, and I didn't do it this way before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest with you. I found someone that my life was better with, and I could accomplish more with being together than I could apart.
That's it.
Okay. I got that.
That's it right
The
there.
partner.
I'm
Sure.
better with her than without her.
Uh-huh.
No question about it.
She makes your life better. That's good.
I mean, even when we disagree, my life is better with her than without. I didn't always look at it that way. But if you can find someone who makes your life better to be in it, then separate, then that's a good bet. And then, of course, it helps a great deal if you not only love the person, if you like them.
them.
Like
Yes,
them.
you gotta like
That's-
them.
Yeah.
Gotta like them.
Because you can fall out of like real fast.
You got that right. And there's one thing. There's one thing that you say that I love, Steve, about getting in arguments and stuff like that. You know, trying to be right and prove your point and all of that. You remember?
What does it matter who's right or wrong when love is gone?
Oh, man, that's a song. I like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love it. I love that. Because it puts it in perspective. You can be right, you could be happy, or you could be happy
By yourself.
You can
Yeah.
be right and be dead by yourself.
by yourself. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to be right all the time.
All that being right,
Yeah.
Take one
You
for
know.
the team.
yeah. I done took a bunch. for
Your
the team.
team.
I done took a bunch for the team.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right, listen. Coming up at 32 after the hour, we're going to recap last night's BET Awards, hosted by our girl. We love her,
Oh,
Regina
man.
Hall.
She did a great job.
Yeah,
A
right
great
after this.
job.
Yes, she did.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, you know, there were so many events happening all over L.A. this weekend for the BET Awards, just everywhere. You know, traffic was extra. Let's just put it like that. There were
Shirley?
Huh?
I did not experience 1 ounce of traffic. You know why?
Why, Steve?
Because my ass was at
Yes.
work, locked up in a damn television studio.
Well, if you were out and about, you would know.
Had you gone
Shirley, I didn't
downtown,
even
you
know
would
it
see
was BET weekend.
What?
Really, I
What?
didn't.
Yeah, it was greatness too. I mean, so many people in just having fun, enjoying the city and all of that. Nightly concerts at the Staples Center, day parties, brunches, so much to do. Then last night we all watched the BET Awards and Regina
did.
Hall.
Yes.
Regina Hall. We love her. She's so funny. What a great host she was. What a great host.
Did she do a good job?
Oh,
I like
she
Regina.
did Great
she did
job.
a great job.
She was
really,
good.
really
She was
like
better
Regina.
than good. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and let me just tell you how she opened it up, Steve. This was really good. She opened it up with a tribute to DC and go-go music. We all love go-go music. So Sugar Bear from EU was there. He performed.
Butt.
Yeah, he performed the butt, his classic song.
He should got a big old butt.
Yeah. Then Taraji P. Henson joined Regina on stage. That was great.
Yes, she did.
Yeah. To the hashtag Don't Mute DC. That was in the backdrop. So I mean, it was just really good. I love the opening.
To get to the parts of DC for a dog park or something like that. Huh?
Yeah, gentrification is coming everywhere in all of our neighborhoods. So they want to use part of Howard to do a dog park. Excuse me?
What? Why?
A dog park, right?
Excuse me.
You want to take part of a historical black college.
Thank you.
For a damn dog park. Now, for all the dog lovers out there, excuse me.
Yeah.
But I do not understand why you would affect the grounds of an historically black college for, excuse my language, a damn dog park.
There's nowhere else you could put this dog park.
Hey, man, walk your damn dog somewhere else.
Kids out there trying to get their life together.
Man, that's crazy, man.
Put a box in the house.
Get a
Let
degree.
them go in the house. I'm with you, man.
Crazy. I mean, so let's get back to the BET
Your dog
Awards.
need a park more than these
maybe
kids
not.
need education.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
How does that make sense?
Don't make sense.
Anybody? Is it just us or what?
I can't see it.
Yeah, come on now. We got to give it up to Mary J, though. Her performance last night, unbelievable.
Mary J, kill it.
She took it to another level last night.
did.
She really did.
Old school man with the thigh-high boots.
Yes, in all white. She did her. Thank you, Mary J, for that performance.
And don't forget Fantasia.
Oh, yeah,
forget
she's next.
Fantasia. Oh, my
yes.
God. Yes, she did the damn thing.
Fantasia had on some thigh-high black boots. Okay.
Yes, she did.
And what is it about those thigh-high boots that you men love?
It make a man empty his pockets.
Just the thought of the first thing we see is thigh.
Yeah.
In some boots like that, yes.
See, you know, looking at the whole leg is a beautiful thing. But when you start and the first thing you see is thigh,
Yeah.
it's nowhere to go from there but up.
Yes.
That's right.
And we can't forget that Lil' Kim came out on stage with Mary J. She had on thigh-high boots.
It was a thigh-high thing.
Yeah, it was the thigh-high extravaganza.
I want to remind you that J. Anthony Brown has had on thigh-high
I
boots.
know. I saw
Tell
it.
you know when
What?
Well,
when I was with Samore,
Samore, yes.
When I was working with Samore, right? Me and Samore worked on this bit that whatever she wore, I would come out, because I was emceeing, I would come out with the same outfit right after her. And then my opening thing was, girl, you knew I was going to wear this.
Yes.
Why the hell would you put on the same damn thing that I got on? Man, the
I was
crowd
there,
went
Jay.
crazy.
I was
They
there.
went crazy.
That was crazy. He came out with some short, some booty
same-
cutters, and
thigh-high boots.
and all white and white thigh-high boots.
Thanks for bringing that up, Steve. Thanks for
I
getting
forgot
that
all
right.
about that. I was at that show. I was on the floor.
But, hey, I'm dressed like the FTD man in the studio, so there's no end to what I won't do, man.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
that.
Fat Panther, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you've done a lot, Jay.
Yeah, you really have.
I was with you back in the day when it started. When you was, Jay took a picture as Mercury.
Yes.
He had
right,
on some
Mercury.
silver shoes with some wings on it.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
a little wing helmet around his head, but ass naked though. In a Heisman position.
You lying.
He struck the Heisman position, ass naked with some silver shoes with wings on it, little wings on his head. But in the Heisman Trophy position.
Wow.
One thing you always say is go for the funny, and that's what I do. I go for the funny.
Oh
You
yeah.
go right at them.
Yeah, you needed Steve to tell you that
No.
though, huh? Or you wouldn't have done it, right? Get out of here, Jay.
Going back to the BET.
Yeah, the album of the year. Congratulations going out to Cardi B. At least she had some
what?
good news over the weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. Detroit native Lizzo. You all familiar with Lizzo? I
Yes.
love Lizzo. She was repping for those full-figure divas as always. She
I love
twerks
that song
and
too,
she.
man.
Oh
Play the flute.
yeah, the juice. Yeah. And she plays the flute, of course. That is her thing. And twerking while she plays
That's
the flute.
talent right there.
Thank you.
Play the flute and twerk. You are gifted.
Everybody can't do that, Junior.
That'll get you a car payment if you can twerk and play the flute.
How much is it?
Reverend Al Sharpton was there. He presented the Bobby Jones Best Gospel Award to
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg is right. Snoop Dogg.
Great
Snoop
album.
Dogg.
It is
yeah.
a great gospel.
Yeah, really good. Snoop wasn't there. He's in Atlanta, I think, filming a TV show. So he wasn't able to be there. Anyway, and Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus performed their #1 song, Old Town Road. Congratulations to them, 11 straight weeks being #1. But anyway, we'll talk about it throughout the morning. Great show, though. Great BET Awards last night. And congratulations.
Sure hate I missed it. Sound good.
Yeah, it was really good.
It's real good.
All right, coming up next, it's Monday. So Reverend Motown, Reverend Adnoid are here with church complaints. Oh, Lord. We'll be back at 44 after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann will be here with our national news and entertainment news. Jussie Smollett back in the news. So is Cardi B. We'll talk about that, both in legal trouble. Right now, Reverend Motown, Reverend Adnoid, our special guest, and Deacon Junior in the building, here with church complaints and announcements.
We interrupt this regularly scheduled program. You can hear the breathing in the back.
Oh, is that what that is?
Deacon Def Jam is out cause hell Tommy ain't here.
Pull back that curtain.
Look right back.
So we're going to have church complaints by my brother, Reverend Adnoid, and I don't know why, Junior or Deacon Junior. The Junior Deacon Junior is in the building also. But go ahead, gentlemen.
Go ahead, Deacon Junior. Go right ahead.
Yes, Pastor. Sister Perkins, who speaks with a heavy lisp, she's really upset that you won't stand there and listen to her ask you anything because you keep walking off every time she speaks, and she's really upset about it.
Is that Steve or the
I
Reverend?
don't want, nor do I care how Sister Perkins feel.
Wait, what?
This. What I'm not finna do is have you spitting all over me. Because you can't pull yourself together and get some type of counseling or therapy. Now, you had this list since you was a baby. Now, prayer obviously ain't changed it. Because you didn't pray the prayer of faith. You didn't wait on it. You asked the list to stop, and you opened your mouth, and you still had the list, so you went on with it. Next. We're done with that.
Okay, you finished now? No, I could. I have been talking to. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I have been talking to. I'm speaking to everybody. Speaking to several of the church members, Pastor, and what they would like for you to do. This is directed at you, to cut down on the turn to your neighbor, touch your neighbor, hug your neighbor, shake your neighbor, stand up, sit down, raise your hand. They're saying that they feel like they're doing the electric slide. Could you please stop it? That's what I'm saying.
Well, you know, Adnoid, I would cut back. But due to the lack of attention paid in the sermon, if I don't get them to turn, touch, hug, stand, sit, and talk to your damn neighbor, I go to sleep.
Yeah, you right about that now. You absolutely right about that. Go ahead, Deacon Junior. Go right ahead. Go ahead, Deacon Junior.
Yeah.
I didn't think what I had said was that funny.
It was hilarious.
It's the attitude that came with it, too.
That was hilarious. You was cracking me up.
Go ahead, Junior Deacon Junior.
Yes, Pastor. Brother Joshua Thompson, our only cross-eyed member, is asking for you to please stop running across the pulpit. He loses you every time. and it's hard for him to refocus and find. He just asked, could you please stand just at the altar and just preach from there?
Well, tell Walleye that I have to move as I am moved. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You do know why I call him Walleye.
Why is that, Pastor?
Because when I'm standing there talking to him, one of his eyes is always looking at the wall.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. A lot of the church members have gotten together and they like to speak to members with guts need longer shirts. You know what I'm saying? Members with guts. These are men and women with short shirts showing their guts. Could you please speak to the members in the church who every now and then you see just a hint of gut? Could you please?
Yeah, I want to address that. Thank you for bringing it up, Adnoid. That's due to a commercial that's been running on TV of a shirt company called Untuck It. It's these perfectly fitted shirts. Mm-hmm. But if you notice on the commercial, it's always white boys.
What, they don't have guts?
They don't have guts. They just models. And black people is watching this Untuck It commercial and think they talking to you. They're not talking to you. Now we looking at your stomach, we can see stretch marks, and that's not from pregnancy, that's from eating. I'm looking at steering wheel burns on men's stomach. Is just aggravating. I got outy neighbors I'm looking at. It's just too much. I saw one man had buckshot wound on him. I saw one man that had some type of surgery. Looked like a C-section. Split him from all the way down.
Yeah.
A C-section?
I don't know what he had. It just looked like it.
We need to stop this. You're absolutely right. Yeah, please.
Now go ahead.
Well, Pastor, Sister Margaret Sampson, she's the sister that has the son that has Tourette syndrome. Said you caught you having a cussing match with her son after service the other day, and is asking that you understand that he has Tourette. He is not really talking to you, and you keep cussing back at this boy.
Well, he kept repeating everything I said. So what you ain't finna do as a child is cuss me and don't expect to get cussed back. Now, one of the major lessons I learned as a child in card class was do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You must want it, this cuss.
No.
Because that's what you done to me, that's what I done unto you.
Cuss you back.
Well, we just cussing it.
Right.
Okay.
Read.
While we're on the subject of Tourette's, Kenny Jenkins suffers from nice Tourette's. It's a total different type of Tourette's where he makes compliments real loud, like, lovely dress you got on. I like them shoes. You smell pretty. And he suffers from that. It's nice Tourette's, and we don't know how to deal with that. It's nice outside. I think I'll wear a jacket. Stuff like that. So how can we help him with his problem?
Well, I recommend the same thing I do with the woman that's got the list. I just walk off.
Just walk off, Pastor.
Yeah. I just walk so.
You've been doing that a lot lately, Pastor.
Yeah, you've been doing that a lot of walking off.
I'll walk right out your face.
Where's your compassion, Pastor?
Huh?
All right. Well, on that note, coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment news and our national news
one
update.
Last thing, Junior, Deacon Junior, you need to think out your church announcement.
Thank you, Pastor.
All right.
Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So, Steve, Jussie Smollett is back in the news.
Man.
Yeah, this was unexpected. It was a ruling by veteran Cook County Judge Michael Tooman. He has appointed a special prosecutor to reinvestigate the circumstances of Jussie's alleged attack. Judge Tooman blasted State's Attorney Kim Foxx's handling of the prosecution. Seems like everyone has, saying her botched decision to appoint her top deputy to prosecute Smollett after recusing herself invalidated the case from start to finish. The investigation could be ongoing for months and could cost and cast a cloud over Kim Foxx's bid for re-election next year.
Well,
Go ahead.
Let me say this. This right here is beyond ridiculous. Of all the things we could reopen, of all the crimes committed in the city of Chicago, perpetrated against black people, you think that cause this one black dude is accused of perpetrating a false police report and a fake hate crime, now this the worst thing that happened in the city. When you steady be freeing folks from killing black people, they don't reopen up none of them.
Nope.
Hey man, this is beyond ridiculous to me. You know, man, I got y'all mad because the little brother so-called got off with what y'all assumed was guilty because you all did not give him the innocent until proven guilty thing. You all just attached guilty to him and you wanted to make an example out of him. But why don't you make an example out of some of these police officers that kill these black people and get to and get to sit at the house with pay and then go to court after years and get exonerated?
Yeah.
Why are none of these cases never opened? This is a blatant. This to me is racism, man.
Yeah,
because,
don't forget Kim Foxx is racist, is black.
Well, see, it's the whole system of thinking that some black person and got off because of another black person.
Yeah.
But when a white person get off because of another white person, ain't no reopening them. It's just a
they
sad statement.
Nothing better to do.
This Jussie Smollett case is not the worst thing that we need to be dealing with in the city of Chicago.
Yeah, and
there's some huge problems in this city, man.
Oh yeah,
and we really need to address that. And reopening the Jussie Smollett case, boy, that's some. They so mad. They so mad. Man. This is
it's a mess. It is. More legal trouble ahead for Cardi B as well, Steve. She's been indicted by a Queens grand jury over a strip club brawl that happened last August. Cardi is alleged to have ordered an assault on two bartenders at the strip club because she thought one of the bartenders slept with her husband, Offset. Cardi was initially only charged with 2 misdemeanor counts of assault and reckless endangerment, but after rejecting a plea deal in April, she will now face 14 charges based on information that turned up during the investigation. Wow.
Okay.
Cardi's arraignment is scheduled for tomorrow in Queens. We'll be watching that and let you know. Yeah. Wow. All right, let's check in with Miss Ann now, Steve, for our national news update, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Very much, everybody, and good Monday morning, everyone. This is Ann Tripp with the news. Okay, here we go again. Officials in the Dominican Republic are engaged in damage control right now as they try to help the nation's biggest business, tourism, stay afloat. Close to 3 million Americans visit the DR every year, which is about half their tourist trade. Since the beginning of the year, though, there have now been 11 mysterious deaths of American tourists on top of the deaths of a black American couple from upstate New York. That man found floating face down on the river and the woman unconscious on the side of a road. And another one was found beaten nearly to death. Also, legendary Red Sox slugger David Ortiz was shot and nearly killed while sitting in a local club. Locals are accusing the media of painting their country in the, quote, worst light. President Trump's changed his mind again. Last week it was on firing on Iran. He threatened to do it, but then decided not to at the last minute. This time it's on deporting illegal immigrants. Trump announced that starting Sunday, which would have been yesterday, that immigration agents would start arresting and deporting more than 2,000 people. The president now says that the ICE raids will be delayed for a couple of weeks, quote, at the request of the Democrats, unquote. Trump says he wants to see if the Democrats and Republicans can get together and work out a solution to the problems at the southern border. If not, Trump says then the deportations will start. That's what he says. By the way, the Bloomberg News Service reports that the president falsely claimed that his predecessor is the one who first started separating migrant parents from their children at the southern border. Trump told NBC's Meet the Press that, quote, you know, under President Obama, you had separation. I was the one who ended it. I inherited separation from President Obama. But the Bloomberg report says that's not true, that while the Obama administration did detain migrant children who entered the U.S. alone, it did not separate children from their parents or caregivers. Also, President Trump says he's slapping some additional sanctions on Iran today, and he's warning that he'll do even more if they don't, quote, talk nice. The weather continues to be the big story in many parts of the country. There were 300 damaging storms reports over the weekend from Colorado to South Carolina. One person was killed in a place called Ullin, Illinois, when a tree fell on his car. Another person was killed in Van Buren, Missouri, when a tree fell on his boat. By Saturday morning, there were over 140,000 people without power in Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, and South Carolina. There were severe storms from Dallas to Oklahoma City to St. Louis, and 7 states from Oklahoma to Kentucky are under flood alerts this morning. Sad news, New Orleans composer Dave Bartholomew has died. Bartholomew co-wrote Ain't That a Shame with Fats Domino, also I'm Walking and Let the Four Winds Blow. He's in the Composers Hall of Fame and all that. Dave Bartholomew was 100 years old. At the movies, Toy Story 4 opened in first place, making, are you sitting down, $118 million. Yeah, money, 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 and I didn't get in. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, let's do something fun, Steve, all right?
Got it.
You love Ask Steve. You love when we ask you questions. So this is going to be like some rapid-fire questions for you, okay?
Okay.
Ripped right from the headlines of today, all right?
Let's go.
Justin Bieber versus Tom Cruise in a UFC fight.
Yeah.
Who's your money
Tom
on?
Cruise beat all the hell out of Justin Bieber. That old man gonna stomp a hole in him. He do his own damn stunt.
Yeah.
All right, we just talked about it. Jussie Smollett back in legal trouble. Let him be or charge him?
Man, let the man be.
Yeah.
It's over with. You know, usually when you get acquitted, you don't have to get tried for it a second time. He didn't kill nobody.
Right.
He didn't murder
he didn't.
nobody.
He just lied.
Yeah, if
On himself.
at worst case, he told a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What y'all so mad about up there in Chicago? Y'all, we ain't got nothing else to be mad about in Chicago.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't get the sandwich. I mean, that's the main thing right there. He didn't get the damn
Still
sandwich.
hungry.
Still hungry.
And he whooped his own self.
He whooped his own ass. I mean,
Yeah.
what else could happen to the man?
All right, more rapid fire questions. Cuba Gooding Jr., Steve, being accused of fondling a woman in a club. Guilty or not guilty? What do you think?
To me, I saw the video that I saw, and he's not guilty.
He did have his hand on her thigh. You saw that part, right?
But you know what his problem is, Steve? He don't
That ain't
handle
what she
alcohol. I just want to say this, though.
Yeah, but
he
she
don't
said
handle,
breast.
He don't handle alcohol well. Every time he drinks, he seems to get in some sort
Well,
of
see,
trouble.
let me say this, Shirley. I didn't see a video with him touching her thigh.
Okay.
I
You
saw
just-
this one video that TMZ posted, and I didn't see it.
Okay. Because
I
she
didn't
was
see it.
concerned about him touching her breasts. But, I mean, I guess it'll all come out, you know. We're still waiting on that one. All right, Pete Buttigieg, you know who he is, right? The Democratic candidate. Well, he says we've had a gay president before. What do you think? Agree, disagree?
Yeah, probably have. I don't know who the hell it was.
Well, okay, can I answer this
I
question?
don't know. Well, who was it, Jay?
It's been reported that Lincoln was gay.
yeah.
Lincoln was
Yeah.
gay.
And do we have any way of checking that?
No.
Lincoln was gay. And if he was, so damn
Yeah,
what.
so what?
I was pissed off at the movie because it took him 4 hours to sign this paperwork, get
Oh, yeah.
everybody free.
Free.
That's what I was mad about.
How long it took?
4 hours of movie, which equated to like months and years. Man, please.
Sign
Your
the
old
paper,
ass
man.
sign this paper.
All right, one more rapid fire question. OJ on Twitter, should we let him have his fun or does someone need to take his phone from him immediately?
Well, if you ain't going to take the president, then go and let this other fool have it. 2 fools with a Twitter account. O.J. Simpson has no idea how social media works. And that's the first comment on his feed. This dude has no idea how social media works. Social media going to eat him alive.
Yeah, they already have. Coming up at 34 after
They're
the
going to
hour.
cut him up.
We're going to do a
Let
little
him stab it.
comedy roulette coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Jay, you don't have to do a long setup, but can you, do what you do with comedy roulette?
Okay, it's very simple because I don't want to make our leader mad. You give us 4 subjects, put them on a wheel, spin the wheel. Where the wheel stop, we will do the damn thing because Junior's a comedian, I'm a comedian, Steve comedian.
All right, thank you. All right, here we go. The subjects. What's your favorite late night snack that will set you right until morning? All right.
Oh, man.
Favorite late night snack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ways that you fake remembering someone when you have no idea who they are.
Do it all the time. Did it all weekend.
All the time. All right. Things people say when they get angry, but they don't want to curse.
Okay, well, you ain't no need of asking us.
That's going to be hard for you guys, right? Yeah. What's the one thing your mate has that you wish they could throw away?
How's she?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, let's.
Say what, Steve? What you say?
I already did it. Threw them away while she was gone.
Oh,
She
you
don't
did.
even know they gone.
You did?
Yeah, oh yeah, she was with the girls weekend this weekend. Made the housekeeper
there?
take me in there and show me where they was at.
Her slippers?
Got them. No, they ain't no slippers. All her stuff clean and nice. It's just something she wear on like this stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, when she comes back and says, Steve, where's my...
No, she ain't gonna ask me nothing.
Oh, okay. She'll ask the housekeeper.
Yeah.
So you'll get
And
the
they've already been told, if you want your job.
Do not mention my name.
But I didn't tell them nothing. What I did was I made them show it to me, and then they walked out, and I said, okay. And then I just walked out, too. Then I went back in there and took them. That way they can't say, Mr. Harvey took them. Do you know what happened? They can just say, I don't know what happened. They were here.
Yeah.
You threw it away, Steve, completely?
Not completely. In a trash bag. Took them outside my damn self.
Wow, you must have really hated that.
Oh, yeah. But she had about 5 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Well, ain't no problem.
All right, look, we got to get to it. Comedy Roulette. Let's spin the wheel. Come on. Oh, you guys? Things people say when they get angry, but they don't want to curse.
Go ahead, Junior.
You got to really be creative on this
I'll
one.
tell you this.
What?
Hey, for
To
Pete's
things-
sake, who is Pete? And why is it his sake?
I got one. Yeah? Well, shut your pie hole, fella.
Pie hole.
Go ahead, Steve.
Go ahead, Steve.
You gonna have to. You've
I
always
ain't
said.
got nothing. I ain't got nothing. I do not substitute.
Steve, you say sugar honey iced tea.
Yeah, that's on the radio.
Well,
I
pretend
ain't
you're on the
ever said
radio.
that in real life. Well, okay,
Mark
sugar
that one
honey iced tea.
All right, come on. Things people say when they get angry, but they don't want to curse.
I'm gonna tell you right now. This is a bunch of Froggle Noggle. Froggle Noggle. I can't take this.
All right, I got one. What in the Jiminy Cricket? Go ahead, Steve.
Got to be more careful.
Oh, okay. There you go. There you go.
I
Yeah.
ain't like it, though. I ain't like
You were
it.
mad about it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I can't stand you, son of Sam.
Junior's doing well at these.
Oh, I know
Steve.
them. I went to school with these people.
Come on.
What in the gosh darn it? Yeah.
Here's the things you say when you don't want to cuss. My mom would just say, "Oh Lord Jesus."
I don't like this one. I'm not having fun with this at all.
Come on, close it out, Steve. You got one.
I ain't got one.
man.
Okay. Let me think. Man, man, this some bull. That's
it?
this,
Oh,
you know.
here go one for you.
You want to do another one?
you go.
Go ahead.
Son of a biscuit.
See that to me? I don't even.
All right, up next, he's not here, but Junior's in for the nephew with the prank phone call right after this.
Just want to say third straight week.
That's right.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, well, about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject is, he's handsome and so is she. But right now, Junior's in for the nephew with today's prank phone call.
Yeah, sure, I got it for you.
Okay, what you
The
got?
postman
Uh-huh.
always rings twice.
Oh, like the movie?
The postman always rings twice. Run it, cat.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Carlos.
This is? Who this?
My name Benny, man. Benny Phipps. Hey, I want to make sure I got the right person. You work for the post office, right?
Yeah?
Okay. Do you deliver mail off of Murphy Road?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. I live at first of all, I wanted to make sure I had the right postman. Now, it's been brought to my attention that there's a postman that has been stopping by my house, and what I'm not understanding is why are you bringing mail to my door opposed to just putting mail in the mailboxes on the street where everybody got their mailboxes at?
What do you say? You say it again?
I live at Murphy Road.
Murphy Road. Yeah, I deliver over there. But you say delivering packages at your house?
No, I said you've been bringing mail to my house and opposed. Here's what I'm trying to tell you, Carlos. My wife is at home all day. She don't work.
Mm-hmm.
And my understanding is you've been stopping by there on more than one occasion on a daily basis. You coming by there 2-3 times, but what I'm understanding, there ain't no mail being brought over there. I'm trying to figure out what are you doing at my house. Now, what really done brought all this to a head, because you already know what's going on. Let me go on and let you know that, Carlos. I do know what's going on. I picked up the clothes from the cleaners this morning, and to my attention, it's a man's post office shirt in my package.
What color was it?
It's blue, light blue.
I got a blue one.
Okay, but explain this to me. How your shirt get in my house?
Do it have my name on it? Because that could be anybody's shirt.
Okay, so hold on. What you trying to say? Is more postmen stopping by my house?
Yeah, man. Sometimes, we do have different guys in that neighborhood, because I really
Here's my problem, man. My problem is this: is that my wife is at home all day, every day, and my understanding is that you stopping by there bringing more than just mail.
First of all, dog. You can call the 1-800 number, because how did you get my number, dude?
Hey, don't worry about that. I find ways. How you get my address that you stopping by there every morning? Huh?
I just deliver what they give me to deliver, and dude, I put the mail in a box, and this is a package I don't get out.
Excuse me?
I don't, dude. That wasn't me, dude.
So I go to the cleaners this morning and pick up clothes, and it is a post office shirt in there that evidently belongs to a man. That's got to be. It must be yours.
That's none of mine, man. That's not mine. I have all mine over here.
Okay. I'll tell you what. This is what we're gonna do, Carlos. Because Carlos, see what? Let me tell you something. I know you're lying. See, and what you're doing is you're delivering more than mail at my house, and I know it, Carlos. You understand me? So
that's not me, dude.
Excuse me?
That's not me. It can't be me.
Hey, let me tell you something. When you come on Murphy Road tomorrow, okay, I'm gonna be out there at the mailboxes waiting on you.
For what? For what?
Because me and you gonna handle this problem that we got tomorrow morning when you bring the mail. So when you bring the mail, bring your too. Okay, Carlos?
Hey, hold up. You threatening me?
I'm telling you, when you bring the mail, bring your too.
Dude, I didn't come at you like that. You ain't got to come at me like that. Dude.
Hey, man, you came up in my house, and I know you was in my house.
I told you that wasn't me, man.
Post office shirt in my house.
Dude, that was not me. I don't know where you live. I don't know who the you are, but you threatening me, dude.
Hey, man, I'll see you in the morning at the mailbox. Bring your Carlos.
I'm off tomorrow, but I will come to your house with plain clothes on and whoop your
What you say?
You want to with me?
Hey,
It's on. Where you Murphy Road. I will be there.
Murphy Road. Bring your because what you're not going to keep doing is running up in my house while I'm out at work trying to earn a living for my family, and you up in my house laying up, and you're leaving your clothes. I found some mace in there. I guess that's what you use when you spray on them dogs. I found that, too.
I'm going to bring some extra mace. I'm going to spray your with that mace. I'm going to knock your out.
So you in the morning at the mailbox, Carlos.
I can't wait till tomorrow.
Excuse me?
I told you. I wasn't the one, but if you want to with me, wrong. For real.
Okay, cool.
I don't give a
Will I see you tomorrow then? Will I see you tomorrow?
It's on. It's whatever. Okay, you threatening me and all that, but I tell you what, I will come over there in some plain clothes and whoop your because you're not going to make me lose my job, dog.
Okay.
That's my job. But
Whatever it's got to be. I don't care if you're in the post office uniform. I don't give a damn if you're in your pajamas, Carlos. But when you come to that mailbox and I find you out there by the mailboxes, that's your man. Because I know you've been in my house, Carlos.
I'm telling you, I'm there.
Okay, so be it then. So be it. I got one more thing else I want to tell you before you get there.
Tell me what? You already called me.
Well, is you listening to me?
Yeah.
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your co-worker.
Oh, you. You. Ain't this a... Ain't this a... Oh, I'm going to get that tomorrow.
Carlos, you all right, man?
Dude, I'm driving. Pull over to the side of the road. I'm hanging out the truck. I'm about to go crazy. I'm on my way to your house right now. I was on my way to your house. I just got off of work. Damn, I'm gonna get him.
Oh man, hey, I got one more thing to ask you, man. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey Morning Radio Show. No doubt, all the way.
Oh my God.
Huh? There it is.
Man, you the greatest.
Postman always
Man,
rings
you
straight.
the greatest.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Come on, Shirley.
That ever did it.
Yo, they ever did it. Come on now.
In life.
Hey, hey, Jay.
Where's the hot cha-cha-cha-cha?
Hey, we ain't got to that yet. I ain't got hyped enough.
Man, you the greatest.
Come on now.
I ain't never seen nobody
What?
like you, man.
The best
you the
that
best
ever
there
did
ever
it.
was.
There it is.
Great
King
king
of
of pranks. Yeah.
That's what I am.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
K.O.P.
Yeah, King of Prank, K.O.P. Cha-cha-cha.
There it is.
I'm
there
killing
it
the
is.
boy.
There you go.
Boy, you take these pranks from me? Woo!
Hey, y'all.
What up, Unc?
I got to get out of here, man. It's my anniversary today. I
Oh.
got things I
Oh,
got
yeah,
to
look.
do.
Oh, what you gonna
Keep
do,
it
huh? What you
moving.
got planned?
Oh, I can't tell
Keep
it
it
because, you know,
moving.
her friends be listening.
Oh,
Oh.
No, girl.
But it's always something cool, though.
but it's
Steve.
gonna be ball on.
Well, it's just nice, you know. It's just nice. Thoughtful. It's just very, let me tell you this, very thoughtful. You know?
Oh, that's nice.
Is it jury involved?
No.
Ain't no.
No.
Okay.
You rented a
done.
blimp?
Oh. You did
Nope.
that before?
I was
No.
just asking.
Oh.
I had her name. We was on vacation one time, and I had "I love you, Marjorie" written in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh.
That was spectacular.
That's nice.
That's very romantic.
I
So
mean,
you're a
we was out in the
romantic.
beach.
God.
You're very romantic, Steve.
Man,
Yeah, I like ball and stuff like that. I really do, man.
that's cool.
And does it
huh?
help when she really appreciates it?
Man, because if you don't, I cuts that out. You won't be doing that again. Oh,
I
Lord.
love you, Marjorie, written in the sky. I've written I love you on a piece of paper. That was
And
that's
was
I could
divorce
forward that.
papers, too. Right?
Wow, Jay.
That what you wrote it on, Jay?
On divorce papers.
Wow.
I can't wait till you tell me, Unc. I know it's gonna be ballers.
I know. He always does something wonderful, you know?
Be something out of
Wonderful.
left field. Something out of left field.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't all that big.
Then the nephew gonna come back, Unc, and you know he gonna be upset.
Oh, man, he going to have pictures of something he did.
All right.
Here we all got to comment.
Thank you, Junior, in for the nephew. Up next, the strawberry letter subject. He's handsome, and so is she. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, it is time now for today's strawberry letter. And listen, if you need advice on relationships, on dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your strawberry letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. Junior, since Tommy's out, take it away. We could be reading your letter live on the air.
Okay, Shirley. Well, here it is, everybody. It's time for the strawberry letter with my good friend, Shirley Strawberry.
Thank you, my good friend, Junior. Subject, he's handsome, and so is she. All right, dear Steve and Shirley, I am a 55-year-old mother of 3 handsome boys. My youngest son is getting married, but I have an issue with his fiancée, and I feel very guilty about it. I hate to be rude, but the girl he is marrying she's just not that attractive at all. I know it's none of my business because he's the one that has to live with her, but my son is very handsome, and I feel like he could do a lot better. His fiancée is a sweet girl, and she seems to really love him, but she's just not a pretty girl. At their engagement party, one of my best girlfriends pulled me aside and asked why my future daughter-in-law did not put on any makeup before the party. I had to tell my girlfriend to look again, closely, because the girl did have her makeup done by a professional makeup artist. My girlfriend was embarrassed for even bringing it up. My older sons have nicknamed the fiancé DAMN because that was their initial impression when they met her. Dang. Even my 77-year-old mother said she must really be good to him because she ain't hitting on much in the looks department. Wow, my son has dated beautiful, successful girls in the past, but now he's head over heels for this young lady. I can't help but think what their grandchildren will look like. What if they take after her? My husband said I'm going straight to hell for my thoughts, but I'm just thinking about my grandkids. I hope I'm not being too evil, but Lord forgive me. She's not pretty enough for my son. Is it wrong to take looks into account when accepting your child's significant other? Should I tell him my concerns? Well, I mean, you're a mom, and this is what moms do. You know, I mean, this is really just what they do. You know, you said she's a good girl. You said she's a nice girl. She's just not a pretty girl. You know, but this is who your son wants. This is who he wants to marry. She must be pretty to him or have something that he wants. And maybe to him, it's just not all about looks. He's found, you know, the woman of his dreams and who makes his heart flutter. And that's who he wants to marry. And the heart loves who the heart loves, okay? It just does. I mean, you got to stay out of this. You've said way more than enough already. Your other sons put their 2 cents in it. Your mother, his grandmother, put her 2 cents in it. I mean, you got to make this young lady feel welcomed into the family. And yeah, you are putting a lot on looks. I mean, I get you want cute grandkids. Who doesn't? But, you know, it's just not always all about looks. All right? I mean, you've said your piece. Let it be. Be happy for him and for their happy marriage. Steve?
I got it. I know what's wrong. I got it.
What?
Took me a minute to balance. How many minutes I got here? It took me a minute to balance myself, but I finally figured out what was wrong in this letter. This 55-year-old mother of 3 handsome boys. What mama don't think their kids is cute?
Exactly.
All right, let's start there. My youngest son is getting married, but I got an issue with his fiance, and you're guilty about it. I don't hate to be rude, but the girl he's married is not just that attractive at all. Really. But the girl he's marrying is just not that attractive at all. I know it's none of my business. Bam! We could have stopped the letter right there, but you kept typing. Mm-hmm. I know it's none of my business. Yes, because he's the one that's got to live with her. Yes. But my son is very handsome, and I feel like he could do a lot better. I want you to count the times in this letter. You can count the times in this letter, and I'll help you out about how pretty her sons and all her sons is. You know, first of all, she's the mother of 3 handsome boys. Like I said, what mama don't think they babies them? Now, it ain't none of her business, because that's the one she got to live with. But the girl he married is just not that attractive at all. But my son is very handsome. There it is again. And I feel like he could do a lot better. Well, you don't know that, though. See, I'm going to tell you what I do know. We, as men, married the baddest chick we can get. Now, your little pretty-ass son might not have no game. So maybe you don't understand something. But maybe this is the best he can do. But I got news for you. This girl ain't that unattractive. I'm going to tell you why. Watch this here. His fiance is a sweet girl, and she seems to really love him. Oh, I guess that don't matter to you no more?
Right.
Okay, so he can get a little pretty thing to walk all over him? Okay, but she's just not a pretty girl. That's you again. At the engagement party, one of my best girlfriends, you know, birds of a feather flock together, one of my best girlfriends pulled me aside and asked me why my future daughter-in-law did not put on makeup before the party. Right there. Heifer, you know good and hell well. And then I had to tell my girlfriend to look again closely because the girl did have her makeup done by a professional makeup artist. Bam! Your girl knew that. Women know when women got on makeup. Man, come on. Your girlfriend messy just like you.
The The mom, the grandmother, the
Yeah,
son.
oh, it ain't over with yet, though. Then my girlfriend was embarrassed for even bringing it up. No, she ain't. My oldest sons have nicknamed the fiance Damn, because that was their first initial pressure when they met her.
That's crazy.
You talking about them 3 ugly ass boys you got? Because, see, this is what I'm starting to understand. Them 3 ugly ass boys obviously thinks they a lot cuter than they actually are. That's what I think is going on in here. Matter of fact,
Leave us with something.
the 55-year-old lady, her 3 sons, her husband, and grandmama, all them ugly.
We'll have part 2 of Steve's
whole damn
response
family ugly.
coming up at 23 after the hour. Right after this subject, he's handsome and so is she.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, let's recap today's Strawberry Letter.
Yeah, I recap it.
He's handsome, so is she. Is the
Yeah, but
subject.
see, here go the problem is, we got an ugly-ass family that's been around each other their whole life and they never called each other ugly. See, that's all this is. 55-year-old mother, 3 handsome boys. Everybody think their baby handsome. My youngest son getting married. The issue with the fiance, feeling guilty, hate to be rude, but the girl is just not that attractive at all. Excuse me, men marry the best chick they can get. So this is obviously the best chick your son could get. I know it ain't none of my business. That's why you shouldn't have wrote the letter. But he's the one that's got to live with her. Yes, he is. Have you ever thought that this girl treats him right? But my son is very handsome. You keep saying that. My daddy always told me, if somebody always got to tell you something about themselves, it probably ain't true. Now, this is the 3rd time you done mentioned them ugly-ass boys of yours and sit up in here trying to make their ass like they all that handsome. You had them ugly-ass kids, and now you sitting up in here trying to destroy this other girl because ain't nobody told you y'all ugly. Well, I'm glad you wrote in with your ugly ass. So now here we go. At the engagement party, one of my best friends pulled me to the side and asked me why my future daughter-in-law did not put makeup on. See, messy people hang with messy people. You messy, your girlfriend messy. I had to tell my girlfriend to look again because she had a professional makeup artist do it. My girlfriend was embarrassed for even bringing it up. No, she didn't. She brought it up to be messy. Why did she keep that to herself? Why would she go to her girlfriend and tell her girlfriend, man, your future daughter-in-law blow, you know. So let me ask you something about this lady right here. Did you ever think that they said the same thing about you when you got married?
She's having deja vu.
Maybe your husband's mama said the same thing about you. Now you got these 3 ugly ass boys that you keep writing off as handsome in this letter. I wish you'd have sent a photo with these little ugly ass boys of yours. And then your older sons have nicknamed her Damn, because that was their first impression when they met her. You know why they call her Damn? Because everybody looked at them that went, damn, here come the 3 musketeers. Damn. Even my 77-year-old mama said she must be really good too, because she ain't hit no much in the look department. This is generational.
Yeah, it is.
This is generational.
3 generations.
My son has dated beautiful, successful girls in the past. But now he's head over heels for this young lady. Well, let me just look at this. Let's suppose that's a true statement. The reason he dated beautiful, successful girls, them pretty, beautiful, successful girls, they know how to treat him. He want to get treated right. I got another news for you.
What?
Most boys marry girls to remind them of their mama.
Hey,
You shut it down with
you
that
need
one.
to go somewhere, sir. You need to go sit down somewhere.
No, you shut it down with that one. That's funny, Steve.
I can't help
And
but
you
think.
sucked your teeth.
Yeah, I can't help but think about what they what their children would look like. What if they take after her? Or what if they take after y'all?
So basically, you're saying she just can't send blanket statements like that without pictures. She's got to prove it.
No,
Yeah.
not to me. My husband said I'm going straight to hell for my thoughts, but I'm just thinking about my grandkids. I hope I'm not being too evil. You just like your girlfriend.
Oh, man.
Girl, I feel so embarrassed bringing this up. That's why you bringing it up. I hope I'm not being too evil. How can you not be? What is too evil? Oh, you just want to be a little evil? Then she throw this in, but Lord forgive me. Girl, bye. What is
There
it?
you go.
Shirley, what did they say?
That's it. You
Felicia.
said it. Yeah. You said it. Girl, bye. Boy,
No,
bye. Girl,
go
bye.
on out here.
Yeah.
She is not pretty enough for my son. She might be all your son can get. Lady, your
man.
sons is ugly too. All three of them. All three of your boys is ugly.
Man.
And what you need to do is call your husband's mama and ask him, what did he say when y'all got married?
What? I mean, I can't imagine. What do you think they said, Steve?
I can't believe Cleophas is married her.
Oh, man.
Lord,
What about them grandkids?
Cleophas used to have the prettiest, and now look at them. They done had children, 3 of them, and she keep trying to tell everybody they just handsome. And we all just goes along with it. We done convinced each other that we all cute. Hell, I'm not that cute. Cleophas ain't cute. His wife ain't that cute. His kids ain't cute.
Oh, man.
And you just finna have some little ugly, cute-ass kids. She's not pretty enough for my son. Is it wrong to take looks into account when accepting your child's significant other? Should I tell him my concerns? I wish you would go over there so he can quit talking to your ass, because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because he going to break your heart when he tell you mama. But she remind me of you.
This is
Oh, man.
That's going to make you want to drive your car off the cliff then, lady. Well, appreciate you writing in to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Go somewhere. Tell your whole family, go somewhere and sit your little ugly ass down.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, Steve, hit us up on Instagram at Steve Harvey FM with your thoughts on today's Strawberry Letter. And don't forget to check out the Strawberry Letter podcast. That's on demand. Coming up next, I'll tell you which cities have the most cheaters. So if you're a cheater, you definitely don't want to miss this, all right?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So you guys have heard of the dating site Ashley Madison, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Ashley
out of
Madison.
Canada. Yeah, uh-huh.
They got sued, but they
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
They
remind
did
me
get
what
sued.
they do again. I've heard.
Well,
it.
you know, they're an online-based dating service. This is for people who are married, Steve, and who just want to have an affair. As a matter of fact, yeah. Their slogan is "Life is short, have an affair." And according to Ashley Madison, they should know, right? These cities have been identified as having the most cheaters. All right. Any wild guesses, guys? Number 10.
Cleveland.
Cleveland's not in it, Steve, but Cincinnati is at number
Hell
7.
Yeah. Well, that's right up the street.
Yeah, at number 7.
Right down the street.
Uh-huh.
New York.
They let me tell you what, they driving down from Cleveland to cheat there.
All right, New York's not in it, but Newark, New Jersey is number 2, Jay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Houston.
Wow.
Yeah.
Houston on it.
Florida.
Number 9, Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida. Weren't you just there, Junior?
Yeah, I just left Tampa yesterday.
What about
Yeah,
San
look-
Francisco?
Saw a lot of people that look like they need to be together.
No, the next,
Okay.
Vegas got a lot of cheating going on.
Yeah, oh yeah, but that's just number 8, Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go down the list of who I think they ought to be on the list.
Okay, let me tell you
I'll
now.
tell you.
Orlando, you mentioned Florida. Orlando is number 1.
Orlando?
Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, that's because a lot of people work at Disney and they be in costumes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what that is.
That's what that is?
Yeah, but Disney's the biggest employer down there in Orlando, and they got them costumes on. Then next you know, one chipmunk over there with one of the dwarfs. And it's just on and cracking. And then, you know,
What about Atlanta?
Oh, of course, Atlanta's in it. Number 6.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah,
number
hip hop,
Hell
all
yeah,
the hip
Atlanta.
Miami,
Yeah.
all the
Big
hip hop
airport,
shows.
right.
Yeah, we watched that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Coming in at number 10, this is unusual. Gilbert, Arizona. Gilbert.
Yeah,
Gilbert.
don't nobody know.
Ain't nothing to do
about
that but cheat.
So hot.
that. Hell, I know DC got to be in there because Trump done had how many affairs?
D.C. isn't in there, but Pittsburgh is.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh is number 4. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. These are the cities that have been identified by Ashley Madison as having the most cheaters. Number 5, Fremont, California. That's going north.
Where is
right?
that?
That's up north. Yeah.
Up north.
Yeah.
Mhm.
By San Francisco.
Keyword free.
I love how you work these out,
Free
Steve. I love
and
it.
Mount.
Free mount.
Right here. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, number 3. We've guessed them all, but number 3. You guys have not mentioned this city. My hometown.
LA.
Not L.A. You're going to be surprised.
Dallas.
St. Louis, Missouri. Coming in at number 3.
Hell yeah, that's the show me state.
Yeah.
Coming up at the top of the hour, imagine having 3 sons in the NBA at the same time. That is up next, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, this story is crazy. Can you imagine having not one son, not 2 sons, but all 3 of your sons in the NBA at one time?
Who is this?
Toya and Sean Holiday. Their 3 sons are currently all NBA players. Okay, they're all on the rosters. Both Sean and Toya met in college, and they both played for the Arizona State Sun Devils basketball teams. They married after college. They have 4 children. Their sons are Drew Holiday. He plays for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Right.
He's a point guard.
Yes, he is.
Justin Holiday, you know this right here,
Yeah.
Junior.
He played for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Memphis Grizzlies. Justin
Yeah,
Holiday.
yeah. Oh,
He's a-
yeah. Oh, yeah, that Holiday.
Yeah,
Who
he's
was it there?
a small forward. Aaron Holiday plays for the Pacers, right, Junior?
Yeah. I
He's
didn't
a
know
point
him, though.
guard too. He's a point guard. According to TMZ Sports, when Toya and Sean Holiday were asked how their kids made it all the way to the pros, they answered they got themselves in there from their talent and hard work. We just kind of coached them, and it's by God's grace. Can the church say amen on that?
Amen to that.
Yeah.
So they daddy's not constantly running his mouth like the ball.
Like
daddy is?
ball.
No, he
Ball.
don't say nothing.
No, he's actually smart.
Wow, this is crazy,
Yeah,
right?
3
That
sons.
is crazy.
Yeah,
That's great.
it really
What
is.
about the 4th son?
Maybe
Yeah,
maybe it's a daughter.
Yeah,
He don't-
they have 4 kids, 3 sons, 1 daughter.
You know,
Oh,
Junior,
you know what?
sometimes, listening.
You know what?
Now
I feel
just
like
if you're
Tommy.
going to be in
No.
the comedy, you're going to have to start listening.
No, look, I just realized I had a Tommy moment.
You
I'm sorry.
had a Tommy
No,
moment.
it's just, and what that come from, Junior? Not listening.
I did. I had what? I had to
That's
get
why
myself.
Tommy
I'm
is
so
who
glad
he
it
is.
wasn't me. Ooh, Jesus, I'm glad.
Team Tommy, Wow.
I just
That
sat
is
there.
so
just,
cool. That is
that's
cool.
great though.
Oh yeah. So what did you think about
Zion Williamson.
Zion Williamson? Yes.
Getting drafted number
Getting
1 to the Pelicans.
Drafted number 1.
I mean, he's going to be a great player, looks like,
Yeah, and he could do nothing but just thank his mom. He was so choked up. He
No,
really was.
that
love
kid
that.
got a good heart, man.
Mhm.
They putting a lot on these boys at 18. I was really impressed with R.J. Barrett that got drafted by the Knicks. They was interviewing him, and some guy from France was interviewing him in French.
Mhm.
And he was just sitting there just listening to him. And then he spoke fluent French right back to the guy. And then when he got through, he said, that was good, wasn't it? Yeah, je ne sais pas, on ne sait, and avec
when you do French.
They don't know he speaks so well.
And then he said, that was good, wasn't it? Because he grew up in France a little bit. He spent some time in France as a kid.
Wow.
Yeah, R.J. Barrett, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was
Pretty
sexy
good.
sounding. Yeah.
They got some really good young talent out there now, man. That seems to be really articulate, well-rounded guys. Yep.
But can you imagine, Steve, all 3 of your sons playing for the NBA?
No, I got 3 sons, and
I
hell
know.
no, I can't imagine it. No, hell no, I can't, because I'd be getting some of my damn money back. No, I can't imagine it.
Just
And I'm a little ticked off about how happy
with
feel
you,
for the
Steve.
Holiday family. Yeah.
I
That's
said
you mad at
one
them?
son working for the NBA. I just get a job in
Yeah.
the NBA. I mean,
Yeah.
3 sons, not 1, but 3.
I want to just get an MBA.
I love my son though. He's good.
Yeah, but man, that's what a blessed family.
Hey man, I enjoy hanging out with my sons.
Yeah,
Me and my sons, we at that point now, man, where we sit down and be laughing
talk,
and stuff.
right.
Because I'm able to sit back and listen to them now. They used to make all stupid statements, and I hated it.
Uh-huh.
But now they actually, I can hear some of the stuff out. said to them come through, and it's just been really good watching.
It's something about when they get older, they start to make a little more sense.
Oh, just like we did. We said a lot of stupid stuff, too.
I don't
when
think we were
younger.
ever that stupid.
Well, yeah.
I was
You got
never
a
as
point
dumb
there.
as my boy.
You got a point there.
Ever.
We didn't have social media, so yeah, we had to have certain skills. You're right about that. All right, coming up, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Here are the top 5 reasons people are interested in using cannabis. All right, top 5. More and more states are legalizing marijuana. We know that. According to a new Gallup poll, the number one reason that people want marijuana legalized has nothing to do with getting high. You would think that's why they want it legalized, or so they say. The number one reason is for chronic pain management. That's what they say.
That's absolutely true. And then when you leave a state where it is to go to a state where it ain't, that just mess you all the hell up too. Go ahead, Sherry.
That's number one. Let's go from the bottom up.
You going back to the bottom now?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Number 5, relaxation. People like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Number 4, smoke a little bit because I can't sleep, so I want to be able to sleep. So let me smoke.
They got some stuff that make you miss 2-3 days. Yeah, they got some stuff. Oh, your ass will be out. Go ahead, Sherry.
That's number 4. Number 3, like I said, treatment of minor injuries.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
before.
Number 2, now this is a shock to me. Mental health improvement, Steve. What?
They just doing everything.
No.
If you need weed to think healthy, your ass is real.
Yeah, I don't buy that one.
I don't smoke weed, so I can't really say it. But Jay, does it make you better mentally?
What? Do what?
And other people just say they want to have a good time with their friends and family. All right, come on. All right, we'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 33 after the hour. Coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, there were so many events happening all over L.A. this weekend for the BET Awards. We got to give it up to Mary J., though. Her performance last night, unbelievable.
Mary J. kill it.
She took it to another level last night. She really did.
Old school man with the thigh-high boots.
Yes, in all white. She did her. Thank you, Mary J., for that performance.
And don't forget Fantasia.
She's
Fantasia.
next.
Oh, my
God.
Yes, she did the damn thing.
Fantasia had on some thigh-high black boots. Okay.
Yes, she did.
And what is it about those thigh-high boots that you men love?
It make a man empty his pockets.
Just the thought of the first thing we see is thigh.
In some boots like that, yes.
See, you know, looking at the whole leg is a beautiful thing.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start and the first thing you see is thigh,
Yeah.
it's nowhere to go from there but up.
Yes.
Right.
And we can't forget that Lil' Kim came out on stage with Mary J. She had on thigh-high boots.
It was a thigh-high thing.
Yeah, it was the thigh-high extravaganza.
I want to remind you that J. Anthony Brown has had on thigh-high
I
boots
know!
before.
I
Let me
saw
tell you,
it!
you know what?
Where?
When I was with Samore.
Yes.
When I was working with Samore, right? Me and Samore worked on this bit that whatever she wore, I would come out, because I was emceeing, I would come out with the same outfit right after her. And then my opening thing was, girl, you knew I was going to wear this. Why the hell would you put on the same damn thing that I got on? Man,
I was there, Jay.
Crazy.
I was there.
It was crazy.
That was crazy. He came out with some short, some booty cutters, and
Thigh-high boots.
and all white and white thigh-high boots.
Thanks for bringing that up, Steve. Thanks for
I
getting
forgot
that
all
back.
about that. I was at that show. I was on the floor.
But, hey, I'm dressed like the FTD man in the studio, so there's no end to what I won't do, man.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
that.
Fat Panther, all of it, yeah.
Yeah, you've done a lot, Jay.
Yeah, you really have.
I was with you back in the day when it started. When you was, Jay took a picture as Mercury.
Yes.
He had
right,
on some
Mercury.
silver shoes with some wings on it.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
a little wing helmet around his head, but ass naked though. In a Heisman position.
You lying.
He struck the Heisman position ass naked with some silver shoes with wings on it, little wings on his head. But in the Heisman Trophy position.
Wow.
One thing you always say is go for the funny, and that's what I do. I go for the funny.
Oh, yeah.
Go right at.
All right, coming up, our last break of the day and some closing remarks you don't want to miss from the one and only Steve Harvey right after this at 49 after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, here we are, last break of the day. It's been a good Monday. Carla and Tommy off today. They'll be back tomorrow. But before we get out of here, Steve, please leave us with some closing remarks.
You know, I don't know who this is going to affect. I guess I'm just saying it because I just feel it to say. I've been thinking a lot about social media because it's so big in our society today. I remember when news stations like Fox and CNN and HLN and MSNBC reported just the news, and that was it. Well, blogging became so big and they got eyeballs on their stations that they started, all of them have blogs now where you can give your opinion. It is an amazing thing in this world today how so many opinions, so many people take this opportunity to have a free voice on the internet and on all social media platforms, and they take it to spread discord and evil and just maliciousness towards one another. That's really alarming to me, man. One of the things, you know, when O.J. Simpson started his Twitter feed the other day, and a guy said something, he says, wow, you have no idea how this social media sugar honey iced tea works. Buckle up. And he meant it. And the backlash towards OJ came. Now, you know, deservedly, I mean, what he said was not the smartest thing I'll get. But then going in a hotel room with 4 other 50-year-old dudes to steal back a Heisman Trophy. Come on, man. Some paraphernalia. I mean, this guy's not famous for bright decisions. So it brought into focus, and it started me to thinking about this whole social media thing. And it's just such a waste for some people. Now, here's the good part of it. If you want to promote something, if you want to send out positive energy, you know, if you want to share some funny moments or some heartfelt moments, man, I think that's a cool thing, because there are moments on social media where you go, oh, wow, that's really, really cool. Or, oh, wow, man, that's a cool moment. But I don't care what you post. Somebody got something negative to say about it. Somebody got something evil to say about no matter what it is you post. It's an amazing thing to me. If you are in the negative blog business, can I just share something with you for a moment? Whether you believe this or not, whether you're aware of this or not, or whether you accept this or not, it does not make what I'm about to tell you not the truth. The law of attraction is at work. It's at work. The principles of success is at work. You reap what you sow. What you put out is exactly what you get back. That's how this works, man. It does not work any other way. If you spread discord, you're going to get discord. If you spread love, you're going to get love. If you spread animosity and hatred, then you got to expect animosity and hatred to come your way. And then when it comes your way, you take this as, oh, okay, now y'all on me, now watch me fire this back. And you wind up in a vicious circle, and the time you could have been attributing to making yourself go forward, moving yourself forward, accomplishing your dreams, setting your goals, man, you could have been doing that. Do you know how hard it is to be successful? You really know the effort that it takes to be successful? I'm going to tell you something. It takes just about all you got and then some. And when you think you've given enough to be successful, I got news for you. It's going to require some more. So the time you're spending that you think is harmless fun, we just tagging, or we going to just start this here little movement right here, it's a waste of time, man. I wish people would use it for the right things. I look, like I said when I started this, I already know. I don't know who going to hear this. I don't know who I expect this to affect. But if you're out there, man, and you're listening and you're participating in the social media in a negative way, man, do yourself a favor. Because I got news for you, man. You're really not hurting the other person. Because it's the stuff that you put out, it's the stuff that you must expect to return. And you going to get it back now. You going to get it back. It may not be on social media. It may be in another form of your life. But you going to get it back. And that's the other thing that people do on social media. They think when they say something about you that they can assess your situation. Like if they hear some negative news about you, then they attribute it to something you did. When they have no idea about that. And now you sit up here fighting that battle too. Man, get out of the social media wars. Get in the life development business. Get in the life-changing business. Get in the move your life forward business. Get into working on your dreams come true business. That's the business we should be in with social media, man. Don't get caught up in that, y'all. It's just a waste of time, man. It's negativity, and you got to reap all that you sow, man. It just takes so long to get out the hole. Life is already difficult, man. Why make it any more difficult than it's got to be, okay? Like I said, I don't know who that's for. Probably nobody, but I just said it anyway.
Oh, somebody get something from it.
Wow, drop
right,
that.
I ain't got dropped in. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, have a great weekend.
Thank you, sir.
I know I will. Soon as it get here.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit steveharveyfm.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.